Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC GME and SPY. We'll also quickly look at Bitcoin as well. I'm going to be looking at the smaller time frames and the larger time frames, giving you guys the details that you need for tomorrow. I'm also going to be live streaming tomorrow, so you can check that out if you like. I will be live tomorrow. But this video is going to be looking at AMC's smaller time frames. Again, looking at key levels of support and resistance. I am bullish on AMC. I want to see AMC go up, so we're going to be looking at what we need to do to go up. But I will be warning you of what we need to avoid to go down. We're going to be doing the same thing for GME and SPY as well. Checking out the different correlations between AMC and SPY, and also looking at the macro on the overall market in this video. Without wasting any more of your time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, and the data and see what we have going on.
Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, I'm going to look at the short and long term for SPY, AMC, and GME. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. So I'm going to start off with SPY. And tell you guys what I am looking at. So me personally, I do believe SPY is on an unsustainable path. Obviously, I've been saying this for a while. This rally does not look very healthy. This is a very unhealthy rally, but that does not take away from the fact that price is still at 464.20 for a high. Now, I started looking at possible scenarios for what we might see. We still have not broken out of this overall resistance here. We might slightly be above it here, but I want to show you guys what's happening on the smaller time frames and work our way out, and then potentialities of what we might see. So basically, guys, this is my prediction from yesterday's video, this white dotted line, which is still tracking with what we see here. I do expect a possible top here in after hours or pre-market tomorrow. If we do pull back though, I do think we could see a move up. We're in a rising wedge, and this rising wedge is going to break down, but we are also in a possible larger rising wedge, which could take us all the way up to 467. Now, I don't think we're going to 467 just yet, but if we break down and hold this level as support, we could get up to that 467 level, which is why I wanted to zoom in and then zoom out and show you guys what I'm talking about. 467 would be the overall top, because you can see that the top right here marked on Webull is 467. That would be the overall top for the market in a potential double top. I also thought we could see a slight case like Bitcoin, where you see a slightly higher high, a wick up, a slightly higher high. That is an also case that we could see for the market. As far as the market not having some type of pullback though, guys, I just don't think that is the case. I think that we are a little bit early for the potential recession / depression that we could potentially see. I do not think there is going to be a soft landing. I think it is going to be the same way every time that the Fed raised rates. So the Fed raised rates recession. So recession chart. I'm going to try to find it, but basically I have explained this multiple times before, but the Fed raises rates, then the rates plateau, and then you have a recession. So basically I'm looking for the chart that I had that basically overlays the Fed fund rates with the recession chart, and it shows you, I can't find it, but I'm going to explain it, but it shows you basically that anytime that you see a spike in interest rates, then you plateau, which is what we're doing right now. So interest rates spiked, then we plateaued, and then once the rates get cut, because everyone thinks once the rate gets cut, that means that we're off to the moon. That's why the market is already rallying. Once the rates get cut in history, normally what happens is right after that, a recession. In my last couple of videos, I'll try to find that chart and post it, and also try to get it on the screen as well. I don't have it available right this minute, but I had a great chart, and I'll try to find that chart and post it. I believe I posted it on my Twitter in the past, but I don't have it right now for you guys. But basically, all I'm trying to explain is that once the Fed raises rates, right here it is, Fed raises rates, okay, then they plateau. Once the rates get cut, you have a recession. This happened in 1990. Fed raises rates, that's the blue line, they plateau, this is the blue line, then they get cut. recession comes. This happens in 2000. Now, the Fed is doing it again, raising rates in 2005. They plateau, gets cut. We had 2008. Now, what is going to happen now? Rates get raised. They get cut. They're plateauing right now. Rates are raised. Right now, they are raised. They're at this, and this chart is old. This is at 3.25. They're now at 5.5. They're plateauing at about 5.5. If they get cut, what do you think will happen next? Guys, all signs point to one. Are going to see an issue, a recession, a pullback. Now, it doesn't mean you can't play this to the upside and get your money. I did put out the call options play that are doing great right now. The 461 and 461.50 calls that I talked about in my Discord, those are doing great. I will put out more weekly plays in the Discord so you guys can make some trades. And if you want to get a part of that, go ahead and hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5. And the payment is $50 via PayPal or Cash App. If you want more information, you can email me. But basically, guys, I don't think we're going to see a bull market, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Long story short, I don't think we're going to see a bull market. We're still in this bear flag. It could be a potentiality like we've seen here with a false break to the upside, even maybe breaking out one more time, false break to the upside. But I do not think this rally is sustainable. There's just too many gaps to the upside. RSI is just too overbought. There's nowhere to run. And this rally does not look good for a bull run. I wish I could be bullish, guys. I'm telling you, it's so easy to make money in the bull market. You just buy and hold, right? You just buy and hold, and you can put your money in, and you know you're going to make money. And if you mess up, the market bails you out a little bit later because you just hold, and it goes up later. I would love for that to happen. In 2020, when this bull rally was happening, dude, I made so much cake. I would love for that to happen again. But that is just not what I see here. This does not look sustainable. Multiple gap fills to the downside. MACD wave already seeming to be almost at its peak. RSI on the daily time frame, if you go ahead and look at that, it's overbought. There's nowhere to go. We're outside of the Bollinger Bands right now on the daily time frame, guys. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. We might see a little bit more movement to the upside, but this thing is going to top out, and when it does, it's going to pull back very, very, very hard. So potential top out numbers that we're looking at, again, that 467, 465, and then potentially 464.50 are potential top out numbers for SPY, even potentially this 464.20 that you see here, because again, this will be following with my prediction from yesterday's video that we're going to see a pullback starting tomorrow with FOMC minutes. Again, FOMC minutes is tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow that you want to be aware of. So we have PPI, Fed interest rates decision. There's a lot of things that could pull the market to the downside. There's some things that could give it a little bit of bullish push, but again, we're already so overbought on all the time frames, 1 hour time frame, 2 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame. Everything's overbought. There's nowhere for this thing to go. It's basically having a short squeeze to the upside, and basically what happens after a short squeeze is a massive down move, which I will be making money on the upside and then playing the downside as well. As far as my SQQQ position, I am holding and collecting interest on my dividends. Again, me personally, I played shares. And again, when you are in profit, please take profit, because if you did happen to be still in this position, you had plenty of times to get out when we were averaging in at $16 and $17 and it was at 20 and 20 plus. You had plenty of time to get out at a 20, 30, 40% run. So again, please guys, please take profits on your position. Do not just hold them forever. Me personally, I'm playing a different type of strategy where I'm building a larger position, taking profits and re-entering the position, and then playing these gap fills to the upside. I do believe these gaps will get filled. So me personally, I am still holding my SQQQ, collecting dividends, and I will be adding more at these lower levels, especially with the profit that I received from this last run up, buying at the early $16 level and then selling at the $23 level. So again, I'm still holding. I'm not comfortable going on here and saying I'm selling my position. I'm not going to tell you something that I'm not doing. This is what I'm doing with my personal portfolio. Again, I'm just some guy on the internet. Please do your own research and due diligence before you buy any stock or crypto asset. But this is what I'm doing and what I'm basing my trades off of. RSI is extremely oversold, and this is where you want to be getting in outside of the Bollinger Bands and then multiple gap fills to the upside. That is looking like a bullish move. overall to the down when it does break to the upside, and then this is looking like a bearish move to the overall. When it does break to the downside, it is going to break hard, and I do think we're going to see a potential move like Bitcoin with a double top here, a double top, or maybe a slightly higher high similar to Bitcoin. And speaking of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is having a healthy pullback in my personal opinion. I do think Bitcoin was due for this pullback. I do think there's a potentiality of Bitcoin coming down to at least 37,000 as it makes this overall head and shoulders type shape. But this is a healthy pullback. Bitcoin was very, very overbought, and again, just like SPY, being outside of the Bollinger Bands on the daily and the weekly time frame does not last long, guys. So you won't see this last long. Things just keep continually going up. Again, I'm long Bitcoin, so I'm happy when it goes up, but I have to be realistic and look at what the charts are saying, and it's saying that RSI is way overbought on the higher time frames. You're outside of the bands. This pullback was definitely needed, especially when we were going up to about 45 to 47K. Pullback was definitely needed. Overall, altcoin market is doing well, and I do see crypto going in a bull run into 2024 and maybe 2025. Let's go ahead and look at GME and show you guys what's going on for GME. GME is looking good when you zoom out. You guys can see that we're still holding support. I did call this buy signal here when we were at the lows. Those buys are obviously in profit, as that was the signal was at 11, 12 bucks. You guys can see that we have green weekly MACD, and we're breaking out of a massive falling wedge on the bigger time frames. This is all bullish on the bigger time frames. Of course, the bigger time frames take time, so it can be confusing, especially when you're looking at the chart every single day and not really zooming out to see what's going on. Now, on the daily time frame, you can see that momentum is slightly dying down. You can see that RSI is coming down, as well as MACD starting to fade out. So we want to see if basically GameStop can get back above $15.50. Basically, this is my prediction from yesterday, and you can see that it pretty much tracked out perfectly. I'll go ahead and make another prediction today for both AMC and GME and see if we can get that one to track as well. So let's go ahead and zoom in on AME and GameStop and see if we can't make a prediction quickly. Again, I don't spend too much time on this, so the fact that these even track at all is truly amazing. But let's go ahead and see if we can't whip something up that will be viable for tomorrow's price action. I really want to see AME get back above the key levels of $7. And again, I did call out $7 call options. Again, take profit, guys. I take profit daily, especially when I do options. I do not leave options sitting overnight. That's just extremely risky and something I do not do. But I called out $7 calls here on this day and took profit here. And again, we're hoping that AMC does get back above $7. Let's go ahead and make a prediction for Bitcoin or GameStop as well. I think GameStop's going to end up filling this gap. We have multiple gap fills to the downside for GameStop. I think GameStop's going to try to move up, but I think it's going to be relatively flat for most part. Again, we want to try to get above that 1350. 1550, and 1532 is a mark for GameStop as well. 1532, if we can get above that, we can see a decent move. We really don't want to go much lower than 1495 if you are bullish on GameStop, which most people that watch my channel are bullish on GameStop, so you don't want to see it go below that key level, and I don't either. It is trying to make a overall bottom off of these levels, and again, we want to see if these can hold. That way we don't come back down and test these lower levels. But overall, guys, when in doubt, zoom out. GameStop is looking good and in an overall uptrend. Again, looking bullish, especially breaking out of this massive falling wedge, which we've been tracking for almost 3 years. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys AMC. AMC macro is looking good. First of all, RSI is extremely low with a green MACD. Like, can you get any better than that? Other than price automatically just going up, that is a great buy signal and a great time to be averaging in a position when you have macro RSI low with a green MACD. Daily MACD kind of fading down a little bit, guys. Daily MACD kind of fading down. We want to see if we can get a little bit more bullish momentum. It does look like we're building a base out. People were talking about a potentiality of AMC's past bottom looking like this bottom now. So basically the bottom structure here where we have this long flat type of shape is very similar to what we're seeing right here. And I'm going to look into this more and talk about it on the live stream tomorrow and talk about it in my videos. And I do plan to do a lot more videos. I know you guys said that you see a little bit less of my videos. I believe that YouTube is not pushing them as much as well. So please look for them. I'm going to be dropping videos each and every day. I'm going to try to do at least one upload, guys. I'm going to go back to one upload a day each and every day. So again, check into the channel for more continuous uploads. AMC's gaps to the upside, I do think, are going to get filled eventually. Let's go ahead and look at the short term and show you guys what we're looking at. 4-hour time frame, I don't like that we just got MACD bearish. 2-hour time frame, I don't like that as well. It looks like we're potentially making a bear flag, honestly, as of right now, which would lead us retesting, like I'm showing you here, back on this 690, 670, 669 level. So I do think we're probably going to have to retest $6.70, and this is probably going to happen tomorrow. Again, I hate to give you guys bad news, but this is what you need to be prepared for. Again, you can tune in tomorrow and we will have live updates as the price action rolls out, and I will be trying to make predictions as well, so do tune in. I do also do not like the fact that AMC has a ton of short shares right now. They basically didn't use any for that downside move. And again, guys, I know it's kind of a mixed bag of people, because some people love SPY, some people love Bitcoin on this channel, some people love AMC. But if you are long AMC, guys, you don't want SPY rallying like this. You do not want SPY rallying like this. Is not good for AMC. As you guys can see, AMC is in a falling wedge, and SPY was in a rising wedge. They were tracking, and we showed this over the live stream. Check out my live stream if you don't believe it. They were literally running inverse of each other, guys. A rising wedge is the opposite of a falling wedge, and you can see that this was literally running inverse of each other. When this rising wedge broke to the upside, AMC had a false break to the downside. When this rising wedge finally broke down, AMC got a push up. Again, guys, this is if you are bullish on AMC, you honestly want SPY to have some pullback. That way AMC can get some momentum. And why this happens is because they use blue chip stocks like Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple. They use these stocks for collateral for posting short positions for AMC. So as their portfolio gets bigger and bigger and bigger, they can use that value to post more short positions. Now you can see that SPY is in a overall rising wedge. It is testing the top of this wedge. I expect a pullback probably tomorrow morning and probably throughout the day. As RSI and everything is just completely blown out. The only way this thing could keep going up is if it used the Bollinger Bands as support on the bigger time frames. And literally just had a massive short squeeze, which would be devastating for the market. If we see a short squeeze like blow off top, first of all, a lot of people would get wrecked, which is not concerned to me here or there, but it would devastate the market, because people would think it's a new bull run. They would go long and they would be buying the top of a short squeeze, because we've already been in the squeeze move. They'd be buying the top of a short squeeze where the blow off top is. Basically, after you have a big bullish move, you have a blow off top. You have a top, that a crazy straight up parabolic blow off top. And that's what I think we're entering with SPY, a blow off top before a larger move to the downside. Again, I still think we are going to see an overall correction that is much bigger than people are expecting. I know a lot of people are thinking that this is leading into a new bull run, but based off of my experience in the charts, I simply do not think that. And again, as far as AMC, guys, we do want to see them shares get used up. They've been sitting on about 6 million short shares. It's weird that they're sitting on them. We're really not sure what they're waiting on using these for. Again, this is a little bit more speculation, but it could be because they are waiting for a bigger move to hold AMC down. If SPY did have a massive pullback, or we had some type of black swan event or something kicked off where the liquidity got sucked up and the banks got into trouble, and then short collateral couldn't be posted, margin calls, anything of that nature comes in, we could see AMC just start to fly. And again, do not forget what you hold. AMC could literally take off at any moment based off the mechanics of the stock market. And I was talking to you guys today. I am not selling my shares. I'm not giving up, and I will be here with you guys each and every day until we either see a massive rally, some type of big rally where we can profit off of, we can make some money, make some trades off of, or this thing gets delisted and goes to zero. I'm going to be here, guys. I am going to be here making videos about AMC GME, also covering SPY, and Bitcoin. And of course, I love Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, as those are one of my favorite investments. And I love the meme stocks as well. AMC has paid me. I know some people do not like AMC, but AMC is one of my favorite stocks and will always be one of my favorite stocks. Guys, with that being said, this video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to help out and make the channel grow. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.